Go.
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 Go, 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 go.
Namaste.
Where are your glasses?
Salutations and good vibes. My glasses are right over here. Right there.
Just not.
But you know what? Going kind of for a different vibe tonight. Happy Monday. You made it through the shitstorm.
What is going on? Get out.
We have had a shitstorm of a Monday. We picked up some ghosts or something. That's why we're running late tonight.
Everything's possessed tonight, I tell you.
And it's all Caitlin's fault.
It isn't.
But anyway, we've had absolutely all of our equipment failed at once. So we switched laptops. We still couldn't get stuff to work. We couldn't even get the mice to work on the laptops.
Our mice are broke today.
So we did manage to get one camera working and the computer audio.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So I don't know what Caitlin did to it, but she broke everything.
I haven't been here since Thursday. But so I don't know if the audio is going through the camera or if it's going through the computer. I don't know.
But we do have audio.
Yes, it does show me that y'all can hear me and him, but I don't know.
And I want to tell you, once again, welcome to Monday. And I have, as on Mondays, my favorite way to consume my Onsen Labs vaporizer. I am digging it. Love this thing. And if you're going to be at Kansas City, I'm bringing this with me, so you'll have to find me.
Yes. Don't know.
So, Caitlin, you weren't having a jolly Monday even before these issues started.
I just don't feel good today. I think I have a sinus infection coming on. And yeah.
What? Onsen. All right. Oh, very good. And you know what? We've got some giveaways coming up tonight. We're going to give away a GrowFam box. Yay. Everybody loves GrowFam boxes. We're going to give away some of our original CBD oil. Yay. And we'll probably give away a original tray and some papers. Now, remember, we had Pierre Davis on, and he said that when we get 50 people.
Yes, if we get 50 hashtags, we have permission to give away a bottle of the Euphoria Eats sauce. So y'all get your friends in here tonight, because if we get up to 50 hashtags, we'll give away that sauce with whatever we're giving away in that specific
So
giveaway.
That is going to be a bonus giveaway. So just think, you have a chance to not only win a GrowFam box, but you could possibly get a bottle of Euphoria Eats sauce with it.
Yes.
And that is going to make a great giveaway.
Yes.
So, and we always bring on beautiful people. But first, I'm going to tell you about our music.
Yeah. So with all the comeuppance that is going on, we're going to try to play a song by one of our favorite artists.
Indiana guy.
And yes, he is from Indiana.
Yes, he is.
His name's Clayton Anderson. He is a part
Emmy considerate Grammy considerated country music artist.
Yes.
So
he's also a fan of Kate the Talent. So
well, he can't be everything. But not only is he we're going to be playing some music from him tonight, but he is going to be our guest next week. So he is also big into the hemp and cannabis movement. So we're going to be talking more about that next week. And then later on tonight, we will be talking about CBD and THC, how they interact, and can CBD bring you down?
Right. So, and I want to
bring me down.
Look.
It's like an ELO song.
Watch. I for sure have something coming up.
You got what?
I for sure have something going on with my sinuses. Watch.
Yes.
Watch. One of my nostrils is working a lot better than the other one.
Oh, Caitlin.
For
Caitlin,
sure have some
Caitlin.
kind of sinus BS.
Hey, Jane.
occurring.
Namaste.
And we got a lot
Josh.
of people in our comments. Usually I try to say
Yay.
hey, but everything's all sensitive tonight. I don't want to touch it in the wrong way. It'll stop working.
You know what? Like I said, we always have beautiful people on here. And I'll tell you, our guest tonight is not only just a beautiful person, he is one of the smartest people I know. He's an entrepreneur, an inventor, just an all-around great guy. And it's Steve Gough, and he is the inventor of my favorite machine. So why don't we bring Steve on and see what he has to say this evening?
Absolutely. Here we go.
Hey, Steve, thank you, my friend. Namaste for coming on tonight. Really appreciate you. Steve was on Thursday Night Vibes for anybody that follows that show. But that was almost a year ago. So we needed to catch up with Steve and introduce him to you and introduce you guys to Steve.
Yes. Thanks for having me on the show, Master Roachee. Appreciate it, guys.
You're very, very welcome, my friend. Very welcome. So why don't you tell everybody? You see, we got twins here. I mean, look at that. I absolutely love your vaporizer, man. I take it with me when I travel. I've had it in numerous hotels, and that's the great thing.
You know, isn't it great how you can do it anywhere and nobody can really identify the smell?
I dig it, man. In fact, we went through many bowls of this in a hotel together. Along with a few other folks. So how did you come up? Where did this all start, Steve? Because nobody starts in this business.
My career actually started in a different industry. My dad invented a tool in the automotive industry using induction heating for heating up nuts and bolts. And so my career began working with new clients through different applications and applying induction heating to their application to remove the part or to fix the vehicle somehow. And through my career of building on these, different applications with induction heating and learning how the thermal transfer works with different types of materials under different circumstances.
Right on.
When I learned about, convection vaporizers and cannabis space, I said, this really interests me and I can do it better. And
right on.
The problem that I was seeing with the other vaporizers out there was that they were just using your basic heating element, and it gets really hot. It's red hot, but it's not very dense. And so they're pulling the heat off of the element really quick, and the heat ramps up, and then it dives down. So the thermal profile or expression that I was getting, on my weed samples was it was like a hot flash and then like not enough, Right. So we added more mass to the element. We chamfered down the area around the heating element so that we could really take off the perfect amount of thermal energy without burning it. And this is not an easy thing to design because, there's a lot of variables in what causes something to burn: the amount of water moisture content, how hard you pull, how much you load, how fine it's ground. Even as much as the elevation, across the country can affect the compounds. This is just our traditional convection heating vaporization technology. We've even done it a little better than this yet, but we're still perfecting that. We call
Well,
that
I mean, not only does it just work so well and just give you such a profile of what you're vaporizing. I mean, it just brings out the taste and the smells so well. But
yes.
it looks futuristic, man. I mean, it's just got a cool, clean profile, and that's what I really dig.
Yeah, I wanted something that looked really clean. You know, I've had people in my family who've been using cannabis for, you know, different conditions and such. Um, and I just wanted something that didn't have like the industry stigma kind of attached to it. It looked like clean, something that could belong in the kitchen, something that, you know, my grandma could pick up.
Right, right. It doesn't have that stoner vibe to it. You
But
know,
at the same note, I mean, we can add to it too. You'll see on this one here, if I get a little closer, we've actually got a custom glass knob on here made by Robert Bank.
Oh, cool.
So we can add those on, you know, too, of course. But, you know, our basic starter feel is nice and clean.
Can you put stickers on the glass globe too?
You can put them on the outside glass, yeah, but the inside glass is going to get, you know, about 350, 400 degrees.
So if you wanted it to have the stoner-esque vibe, you could throw your slaps on the outside though.
Yes, you could. Absolutely.
Yes, you could. Do some outside self-decorating.
Some detailing.
Yeah,
You know,
you might have to use a higher quality sticker. Some of the cheaper stickers might, you know, it's like maybe 100 degrees, 95 degrees. It's not too warm to touch, but yeah.
Yeah, but it is warm. Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I do like is because it does fit in, you know, kind of, you know, your living room decor or your family room decor. You can put it out there. It looks nice. And it's a conversation piece too. When you know, it's like, hey, what is that? So that's really cool. But yeah, I dig the way it looks.
We actually have a fan inside of here. And so that fan is actually drawing an air up over the outside glass and keeping that cool to the touch. And then it's also, you know, creating that normalization on the inside by keeping that glass with consistent air blowing over it. There's less of an effect when we pull air through it. So it's kind of like normalizing the heat, if that makes sense. It's the way I understand it from my engineers anyway.
So what did your dad think when you were starting to use his technology for smoking weed?
Well, this is not induction heating. Okay.
Oh, okay.
This is something different. We had customers in that business early on, maybe back around 2005, 2008, something like that, tell us that, you know, we should use induction heating for creating some type of vaporizer. But we never did anything with it, you know. But this is just a resistance heating element circuit. You know, your basic differences between the vaporizers that are out there is you have a conduction and you have convection. And conduction is going to transfer heat energy by touch. Okay, and convection is gonna heat by hot air.
Right on.
And the difference between that is going to be, you know, when you pack something in something that's just a conduction, the outside of the weed is getting warm and vaporizing, but the inside isn't. And so your vapor profile that you're pulling off of that, as you pull off, that's kind of a spread across the spectrum. It's just an uneven heating. It's like a blend. You've been, you know, maybe roasting a pot of stew in the crock pot all day, and all the flavors are blended together.
Right, right. Now the great thing about vaporizing your flower is that you can continue to use it in things like edibles and all, because it still has quite a bit of a content left in the already vaped bud.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we call is duff, or also known as ABV, already been vaped. That's just going to be a light brown to a dark brown, depending on how hot, you know, you turn the heating elements on here. And since it does undergo some heat, it's undergoing decarboxylation, so it's already activating your THCA into THC, so that it's psychoactive once you eat it. But how much is left in there is going to depend on a lot of factors. With the resin, how resinous the plant was to begin with.
Right on.
How you want some moisture content in the weed. You don't want real dry weed. You don't want a vape real dry weed, because the water that's in there is going to help the heat transfer, and it's going to help it be a smoother vapor rather than a sharp kind of almost burnt flash burnt kind of flavor.
Right. I use the Bavita packs. I think it's the 58% to store mine. Is that about what you would recommend for vaporizing in the machine?
That's not my niche. I've talked with both Bavita and the Boost people, and I think 62%, at least that's what mine is right here. So I think 58 might have been for tobacco.
Okay. Then I will need to, I think mine's, hold on, let me.
Fam, while he's looking for that, I just wanted to let you know that this, okay, that's a cat, but this hashtag is the hashtag we're using tonight. With all the technical difficulties we've had, I'm having some problems getting the screen to share correctly. So when we do the giveaway, I will figure out a way to show you guys the giveaway tool, but this is the hashtag. So tag away.
Yeah, I need to change my packs out to the 62% then. Yeah, mine is the 58%. So I'm glad I asked you.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Because yes, then I'm going to upgrade, and it's going to make it even better.
So this was the convection vaporizer technology. What I was starting to say in the beginning, I probably went too fast going into. We've got a whole new technology that we've invented. We call polar heating.
I'm sorry, you call what?
Polar heating.
Oh, polar heating. Okay.
Yeah, polar heating.
Right on. Yeah, you mentioned something that you were working on the last time you were on, but it was still very much in the developmental stages at that time. Yes, please tell us what you got going on.
Yeah, we're still in the developmental stages, but we do have a functioning prototype, and we're testing out the different power levels on and playing around with the variables to try to create some control. But basically, the technology does not use a heating element, in a traditional sense of a vaporizer, where you're transferring the heat from a heating element to your weed. Instead, what we do is we have like a little puck, and if you go to our Instagram and you click polar heating under the Instagram things, you'll see some videos of what it looks like at Onsen Labs. But it's a little tiny puck, and then we have two antennas on either side of the puck. Okay, and then we emit a signal from this antenna and then this antenna back and forth, and we do that billions of times per second. The oscillations that go back and forth. And what that does to the molecules inside the weed, the polar molecules are these asymmetrically shaped molecules that have a positive and a negative charge to them, is it makes these molecules want to align with the fields. And so when we oscillate back and forth so many times, we create friction using the polar molecules. So the weed itself becomes the heating element.
Cool. Wow, that is incredible. So the vibrations cause the friction, which yeah, man, that is some futuristic technology.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. And I'll say that dialing in the temperatures, that's where we have to create a lot of control with our testing and such. But I think that there's a good potential here for isolating temperatures at a level that conventional convection and conduction vaporizers just can't do, because we can, put a controlled sample inside of the proper, piece of spectrometry equipment and analyze the gases coming out we may be able to create precise recipes for vapor release, if that makes sense.
Really? Wow. So what would you interchange? How would that work? Would you interchange the puck? Would that be how, uh, as far as the recipe, or how would that work?
Well, the recipes, I imagine, can go two different ways. Of course, I don't know what the market will pick it up and run with it, as, but for one, I imagine, more of the entertainment or not recreational. I hate that word, recreational. The wellness use, right?
Right, right.
I imagine, celebrities or people who have their own grows. We could work with them to create a very specific vapor recipe that they would then be able to download onto their device, for that specific strain, so that everybody who smokes or vaporizes that strain is getting the exact same or darn near exact same vapor profile.
Right on. So let's just, okay, Snoop jumps to mind, right? So if he has his favorite strain and he has his favorite settings, everybody could download it and have the same experience as he does, as close to the same experience as he's having.
Yep, that's the idea.
Oh, wow, that would be cool.
Well, and then my thought for it is that based off of the strain, burning it at a specific, or not burning it, but vaporizing it at a specific temperature would give for optimal inhalation, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It would allow you to program your vaporizer to. So this kind of technology, if you open up any instruction manual, the good ones that actually test their product under various conditions will have learned that their temperature inside where the weed is actually being heated is going to probably be about between a 5 to 10 degree spread, plus or minus, of what a lot of the digital readouts might say. It's just an approximation. There's so many variables that come into play that digital sensor is not taking into account. But this would be different because the weed becomes part of the electrical circuit, and we can measure capacitance, resistance, and droppage in that circuit by how we vaporize the weed. The results from this may very well be just, this. Let me tell you this: the vapor that I taste coming off of it. Remember, I mentioned earlier, this kind of technology tastes like just a pot roast and in a crock pot. All the flavors kind of blended together. This is starting to taste like I'm actually tasting almost isolates, like fine-tuned flavors as it's coming in. That it's just like picking apart, step by step as you go through. I don't know if that makes sense, but
it does.
Oh, this sounds like for somebody that really gets into the terpenes and the strains, and really wants to enjoy, the absolute, best of them. This sounds like the perfect device. Count me in, because I'm one of those people that go after the aroma and the flavors and all just as much as the therapeutic effect.
Yep.
Okay, so Tim McNulty wanted to know, how much does this specific unit retail for?
Good question.
Go ahead.
He said good question. Go ahead.
This unit here is the Desktop Pro Elite Vaporizer, and it goes for $399. It comes with the smell-proof bag, and it has borosilicate glass outside shield. This shield on the outside here. We also have a version where this outside shield is a clear plastic. For those who might see themselves a little more clumsy, or just want a less expensive unit, that one goes for $299, but that one does not come with the smell-proof bag.
Now that raises another question. So for the clumsier people out there, if they buy the unit with the glass globe instead, and they happen to break any of the parts on the unit, do you offer replaceable parts that we could
Yes.
purchase?
Yeah. Yep. Yes, we do. And it doesn't really break that easy. The way that we weighted this down, like this is like the hull, what do you call a base of a ship? You know, like it.
Right.
It's got all the weight in the bottom of the ship. You know, that's how we designed this. So it
Oh, it's
doesn't tip
balanced
over
out.
here.
Right on. Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly easy on things, and like I said, the vaporizer travels with me in the smell-proof bag, and I have yet to have any issue with it. And like I said, we travel. I'm not easy on things, and it's survived me so far. So as far as durability, I definitely give it 5 stars.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, borosilicate glass is really sturdy glass, durable. You know.
Yes, it is.
If you dropped it, off a ladder, no, it's gonna probably break.
Kim also wanted to know, can you utilize it for concentrates and distillates?
Yes, it's not designed to work with that easily. How we could do that though is we put some dry flour into the end, and then we could put the distillate or the concentrate on top of that, and then you could put that in there. In the future here, we're hoping to be able to build an adapter that we could just dab right off of for the concentrates.
Right.
Personally, I got a big connoisseur opinion. I'm probably a little biased in this area, but thermally speaking, the surface area on all this leaf matter is going to allow for a better vapor than the smaller surface area on a concentrated rig.
Right.
The amount of heat transfer that's got to cross over that glass point is scorching the dab so much sometimes that it's too hard to find that perfect place where I'm not choking myself. But when you put that concentrate on like crushed up dried flour, okay, first off, you know that you're not heating it up as hot as the scorching, the red hot will occur with a rig, because the flour would burn at that temperature.
Right.
This is not going to get red hot, so you're well below that, but the oils soak into all this different surface area, so the heat that goes throughout it actually, I think, creates a better vapor. So,
it sounds like it would. It sounds like because it's using the flour as its circuit, it would just do it more evenly.
yes.
Rather than, like you said, scorch it when you put it into the bucket.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, that's kind of the way I deal with keef or hash in a bowl is, put a little flour down, put that on top, and then a little flour so it doesn't burn that hash immediately, and it's gently heated. So I'm definitely digging. In fact, I've done that in the vaporizer, and it works out real well, kind of making a sandwich cookie between flour and keef.
Kim said, I hear you. I'm just a dab queen. And like, it sounds like to me, if you did it this way and kind of put your dab onto the flour, you would get the optimal usage out of your dabs. Like, nothing would go to waste.
Well, we may have.
Yeah, I would agree that it's a better way than a dab rig, but you're still going to have, like, this is real dirty. I have not washed this in probably a month or so. So you'll still get some of the oil that goes past, and because it's heavy oil vapors coming out that will collect along the inside of this wall. So I don't know waste is from a scientific perspective.
Right.
But generally speaking, I agree with you. There's less waste, yes.
But generally, we were talking about already vaped bud, or generally, how much THC does it contain, just, on average?
We have not conducted any tests to find out how much is left over in, our ABV. But there have been tests on other competitors out there, and I think that they found between 30 and 40% maybe. I have to recite those sources again.
Right. Well, that's just this is just more bang for your buck, because since it's already been decarb. I mean, you're enjoying it one way, and then it's all ready to go to enjoy it another way. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's really great for recycling and not wasting, because instead of, when you're smoking a joint, when you're not inhaling on that joint, that smoke is just burning away your weed. 25 cents, 25 cents, right? Like
Right.
Nobody's inhaling that. When we put it in here, as soon as we're done, we stop pulling and it stops cooking.
And that's the beautiful thing, because you can keep this going and just hit it at leisure, and you don't have to worry about it just turning to ash on it in a joint or in a bowl. And that's what I love, because I can just hit it when I want it, and I don't have to worry about it, and it's there when I want to come back to it. And then I start getting that taste profile change, and it's like, okay, I'm getting pretty close to the end of this one.
Yeah. Some people will go until there's no more vapor, and if I'm feeling frugal, I haven't got a lot left or something, I'm gonna definitely go until I'm not making vapor anymore.
Right.
If I'm feeling a little more canna snobby, I may trash it a little early.
See, now my question is with the ABV flower, would it be good to like throw into like some brownie mix or like some cookie dough? Have you tried it? Like, is it efficient at doing its job when you do that?
Yeah, I'm not a big edibles person. I have a really low edible tolerance. But yeah, I use my ABV to make edibles with, and I have done brownies, and Rice Krispie treats just recently as well.
Right on. What we do is we take and then run it through our Laveau and make oil or a butter or something like that. So and we've done that with the residue, or the already been vaped
ABV.
Yes. With the ABV, and it's turned out great. So if you have a Laveau or an Ardent or something like that, this is a really smart way to consume your weed and be able to get absolutely everything out of it.
Optimal usage.
Leave nothing.
So what are we giving away for this first hashtag, by the way?
Let's give away a bottle of our original CBD oil.
You heard it here first, folks. We're
Original
going to give
CBD
away
oil.
a bottle of our original CBD oil.
Original CBD oil.
What?
Oh, the troll in the corner is yelling through a closed door. Yeah.
I see what she said, because we can't be yelling this time. It's not going to adjust to my voice.
Well, goodbye, Caitlin.
I'm crippled.
Yes, you are. So anyway, I have absolutely no clue what's going on there, Steve, but they'll fill me in a minute. Now, are these just available on your website? Do you have other outlets, or tell us if anybody's interested in getting one, how to get it?
Yeah, you can go to our website, onsenlabs.com, ONSENLABS.com. Purchase right from us there.
Right on. Now, if you haven't seen it, Steve has posted some amazing videos on Instagram. And you got to check some of these out. It's actually videos of the flower being vaporized. And I mean, they make some crazy ass designs and all kinds of stuff. But if you get it, you got to check out Steve on Instagram. Definitely.
Well, yeah, that's my personal Instagram. That's at Vaporizer Steve.
Okay.
You got to scroll all the way back to find some of those microscope vaporizer videos. basically what we did is I just vaporized a bunch of, weed underneath a microscope camera. Everybody posts pictures, but nobody has videos.
Right.
And I mirrored these pictures, and I found that some of them looked like different characters. So I started doing it intentionally.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you were posting some really cool stuff there with that microscope camera. I really dug it. So definitely check this out. So are you ready to spin the wheel?
I'm gonna try.
What'd you do? Go in there and get a cookie?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you got to feed the munchies.
I did go get a cookie.
The thing is, most of the time she doesn't consume, just on rare occasions, or I dose her. So, but she's aware of that.
So I'm gonna try this, but it might not look good.
All right, you're gonna try this. But remember, everybody, we have been having all kinds of computer issues tonight. That's why we were late arriving. Well, what you got?
Well, I mean, it looks fine.
Yes.
It's just we can't see this. We can't see this. I can see it looks good on the
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Everybody get your hashtags in. Finish up tagging here.
Finish up tagging. And don't forget, we have a GrowFam box coming up later or next, maybe.
We'll see.
You won't know unless you're here. So you got to be here to know.
All right. I'm going to spin it. Let's see how this goes.
All right. Spin it, spin it, spin it. Jenny Trailer. Congratulations, Jenny Trailer. Caitlin, would you like to tell Jenny
what she needs to do?
what she needs to do?
Well, let's see if she's in the comments first.
Oh, yes, no hash and dashes here. We do not like hash and dash.
Jenny, show us some love in the comments.
Yes, Jenny, show us that you are here. Breathe life into the conversation.
Yes.
Grace us, unlike Caitlin, with your presence. Oh, quick shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Bearded Bee for volunteering to babysit Caitlin in Kansas City. You are just you're wonderful for making that option or offer. I apologize in advance. So good luck.
I'm an adult. I don't need babysat.
Yes, and that's what I tell your mother too. And she still says I'm not allowed to go out without supervision.
Yeah, but that's you, bud.
Wow.
Not me.
In fact, that was one of the nights that I met Steve. It was a night that I was out without supervision. And that was a wonderful evening that I kind of remember.
That was a good time, man. That was a good time.
That was a great night. That was a great night. You starting the clock?
I got a timer set.
All right.
For
Jenny,
2 minutes, Jenny. If you're not in these comments in 2 minutes, we're going to spin it again.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
So, do you have anything that's coming up, Steve? That that you're going to be at, or speaking, or showing off your product anytime soon?
I'm 420 at Aroma Grow. I'm going to have a table set up.
Aroma Grow
in I think it's Wheeling, his Wheeling store.
Okay, and where's that located?
You know, I'd have to look it up. It's Aroma.
But I mean, just city and state.
Oh, it's Chicago. It's Chicagoland, Illinois.
Okay, Chicago, at the Aromadrome. Aromadome?
Aroma Grow.
Aromagrove.
It's one of the suburbs. Yep.
Okay, right on. So, anybody that's in the Chicagoland area on 420 at Aromagrove, go check out, and Steve will have a table. Stop by, say hello, take one of his fine vaporizers home with you. And those online, order one of these fine vaporizers. You will not be disappointed, I promise you. JR, hey, yeah, JR's just, he says he's 45 minutes away from you. So we'll have to get him over there to see you, Steve, and stop by. Oh, look, Miss Kitty's here to visit too. Another one of the many felines that allow us to inhabit this space.
Okay, Jane. We'll give you a good amount of time, baby.
All right. Jenny's off. We are re-spinning. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Alex Luetkemeyer. Luetkemeyer.
Yes. Well, congratulations, Alex. Is Alex in the house?
Alex,
or did Alex hash and dash?
If you're here, please show us some love in the comments. Let us know you're here.
Joey, no, you did not miss out. There is more to come.
No, Joey said that Jenny missed out.
Oh, yeah, Jenny missed out.
For sure.
Jenny missed out. Sorry.
Yes,
Sorry.
and she still hasn't popped up in the comments. So
well, is Alex popping up in the comments?
Alex, if you're here, buddy, come on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll have to spin it again.
I'll tell you what. Let's do this.
What?
While we're waiting for Alex to let us know. Oh, I was going to have you play a song.
I cannot do that.
You cannot do that.
No.
You cannot do that.
No.
At all?
No.
Or right now?
Just right now. There's too much happening, bud. There's too much going on.
I am sorry. Don't want to stress you out like that.
Well, nothing's
Actually,
working.
I do love to stress her out like that.
If everything was working like it should, it'd be fine. Alex is here.
Alex is here. Congratulations, Alex.
Okay. So, Alex, what we're going to need you to do is we're going to need you to send Master Roachee a private message with your address. That way we can send you out some of Master Roachee's Garden Original CBD oil.
And if you're one of our unlucky winners enough to have Caitlin herself deliver it by bicycle wearing butterfly wings.
No.
So it's possible. It hasn't happened yet, but it may in the future. So it's a definite possible probability that's, well, kind of, sort of might happen. Did that hurt your head?
No. I have sinus problems.
Oh, sinus
My
problems.
dude. Sinusy problems. Sinusy problems. Now, if you give me a couple of moments, I can play a song.
All right, I'll tell you what. Let's give Caitlin a moment to bring up Clayton Anderson and play that, and then we're going to come back with Steve and talk with him just a little bit more. But I think you're going to dig this. Now, we met Clayton Anderson at the Vogue, playing for the first CPAC of its type in Indiana. It's Grow Indiana Together. And it's a group that promotes reform, nonpartisan reform for hemp and cannabis. So not only is he a fantastic singer, but he's also a great activist. So we look forward to having him on the show also. Caitlin. Caitlin.
Okay.
Okay.
It's going to look funny for a second.
It's going to look funny for a second.
All right, here we go. This is Indie by Clayton Anderson. Everything is garbage tonight. Everything is garbage.
Garbage.
You try to put on a nice, high-quality experience for your viewers, and everything is garbage.
I don't know if we have yet to put on a high-quality experience, but most of the time I just generally continue to apologize for you to everybody else.
Thank you, Joey. Yes, it is garbage.
So, Steve, man, so that sounds like you're going to have a pretty good 420. Got any other plans that's coming up?
No, just working away on, the development of our new polar heating technology. There's a lot of tests to run, and just
so when
working
it's
on
what's your if you can share with us, what's your timetable on development for the for this polar heating technology?
we're probably still a year or two away.
Right on.
We our first models will just probably be the technology in use without like too much control over the temperature. And then as we refine the technology, then we'll bring precision into it like we were talking about. One of the things that I didn't mention earlier about the polar heating is that it uniformly vibrates the molecules throughout the weed sample. Okay? Because these waves move through the matter equally. So it differs from conduction and convection technologies, which are more of a cascading layered effect, where the outside layers are, releasing the hottest first, and the inside layers are still cool.
Right.
So this is the whole puck is the same temperature as we climb up. So there's a lot of control built into the power design of this that we got to just kind of explore. And
now, are these going to be tabletop models also?
yeah, I think to start out with, we'll probably start with tabletop. The same reason, I started here with a plug-in unit with our Desktop Pro is because battery power units out there with our current battery technology, they're limited in the vapor experience due to the amount of battery power that we can store without an item becoming too clunky. And they have the same consistent experience. So I wanted to start with a product that I had ample amounts of power. You just plug into the wall. You don't have to worry about batteries dying, and we can make sure that the experience is consistent and controlled and enjoyable across the spectrum.
And that's one of the features I love about this is, the hookah style or the long hose, because it's made to share. You put it on a table and everybody's sitting around. It's just perfect to share the experience with.
I think you just like hose.
Oh, Caitlin. Well, Steve, I want to thank you so very much for coming on. You are a beautiful person, just filled with information, but let's not make it a year before you come on again.
Yes.
Heck yeah, man.
And definitely. And, everybody, check out Onson's Labs.
Absolutely.
And they got some great videos. Check out Steve's personal videos.
Oh, real fast.
Yes.
Somebody wanted to know if the pieces of it are dishwasher safe.
Dishwasher safe. It's glass. I would wash everything by hand. It can handle the heat of a dishwasher and it can handle the conditions, but whether or not a dishwasher is not going to remove the grunge and grime, the grease that's on here. So actually, if you like, Master Roachee, I could spend a couple more minutes and talk some science about cleaning.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, by all means.
I've went ahead and put up our next hashtag. We're just going to go ahead. GrowFam for life. We're going to give away our GrowFam box, our bi-monthly GrowFam box, because everything isn't working. So, let's go. Hit me, Steve. Hit me with some cleaning biz, buddy.
So we've got a post up on our website, on our blog, about using isopropyl alcohol for cleaning. And some of the knowledge that we uncovered in our research was that when you want to remove like a big lump of built up oil, right? Like a higher percentage ISO, like a 99%, is going to be more caustic. It's going to remove it quicker, right? But when you're doing it for disinfection purposes, you want to actually have water content in there. And you want to have a 50 to 70% isopropyl. And the reason being, and shortened and summed up, and please resource the blog post because we get into the nuances and specifics better than I'm probably quoting here. But the water in it opens up the viruses or whatever the ISO is, killing, and allows the ISO to permeate. Whereas if you hit it with like 99%, like these viruses or the shells of them, they tighten up and they don't let anything in, and then they survive the cleaning. So from somebody who's being a little more cautious of making sure that their pieces are clean for hygienic health purposes, you want to make sure you're using 50 to 70% ISO.
That certainly makes sense. That certainly makes sense for the permeability of the
permeability of the viruses of the membrane.
God's honor.
So
I think this
that answers
sinus
your question.
infection is getting to me.
But yes, I'll have to check with the ISO I'm using, but I get the cotton long wooden tipped and dip it in there, and that's how I clean up mine, and it seems to work out fine.
You know, there's another fun trick. If you have an ultrasonic cleaner, jewelry cleaner.
Oh, I don't know if there's.
So
Probably not.
I fill mine with water, and then I take a Ziploc baggie and I put my pipe in it, or whatever I'm trying to clean the wine, and then squirt a little bit of isopropyl alcohol into the baggie, then zip it up, and then put that in the jewelry cleaner. And those ultrasonic waves are going through both liquid mediums and actually helping to clean the oil off.
Well, Mama Roachee may be getting an ultrasonic jewelry cleaner.
Yeah, that's
So,
cheap.
you know.
$20 on Amazon or something, you know.
I could show her how much I love her. You know, not because I want.
You just got to be careful for safety reasons with the alcohol. You know, you don't want to have those fumes just. And an ultrasonic is going to create a lot more fumes. So you close up that zip thingy.
Now,
that's fine. We'll put Caitlin in a closed room with it, and she can watch it.
I'll be fine.
She's fine.
I'll be fine. I've been exposed to mustard gas and all kinds of stuff. What's a little alcohol fumes gonna do to me?
Well, it's more the explosion risk that I was concerned about. But.
Well, that's fun.
That's all right. Nothing to worry about.
Caitlin, go boom.
Caitlin, go boom. So yeah, we kind of use her as our crash test dummy too. So yeah, she works well for many roles within the company.
So as like a bougie TikTok cleaning, no bougie.
Bougie.
I know it's hard for you to learn new words considering your age.
I was getting ready to boogie.
Bougie.
Boogie.
Bourgeois.
Boogie on.
It's the slang term for bourgeois. But okay, so TikTok. I'm on cleaning TikTok, and Dawn Power Wash uses
I know what bourgeois means.
alcohol, isopropyl alcohol in it. That's what makes it work so good. So could you use Dawn Power Wash on your Onsen Labs device?
I mean, typical dish soaps are going to remove your oils and such from all kinds of food material and herbs and stuff that you cook in the kitchen with. So I don't see why not. How well it works compared to isopropyl, I don't know.
Yeah, I would just personally just stick with the ISO.
I don't. Well, that's what I'm saying is I don't know the exact mixture of the Dawn Power Wash, but the Power Wash, what makes it different from regular Dawn dish soap is it has isopropyl alcohol in it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I'm not a chemist. I work with these people in order to derive solutions for the product, but I'd have to resource the people I know to find out more.
Right on.
Dawn dish soap sponsorship in the future, possibly. I got you. There was some comeuppance in there. It sounded like Bert fall down, go boom.
No, he's right here.
Somebody fell down, go. Mom? Are you okay?
I hope your mother didn't go fall down and go boom. Shit.
Nero fall down, go boom.
All right. I was going to say, your mother doesn't bounce as well as she used to.
Let's see where we're at here.
She more goes splat.
19. We got 19 people in our
Oh,
giveaway.
we can do much better than that. Much better than that.
They're trying to open the door.
So, yes, the herd of cats wants out.
Did you know that a herd of cats is called a clouder?
No, it's called a clutch.
No, clouder.
Clouder. What the hell is a clouder? It's a herd of cats.
Yeah.
So if I call you clouder brain,
cat brain.
Yeah, that's a herd of cat brain. But you can
Steve, I promise when our equipment's working, we're much more professional. Swearsies. Swear. But
yeah, major malfunction of equipment tonight. But you know what? Don't forget that this show is sponsored by
Master Roachee's Garden.
.com. Check out masterroacheesgarden.com. We have all kinds of products available, new products that we're getting ready to roll out. So we've got the salve that we're getting ready to roll out. We've got an unscented beard oil that we're getting ready to roll out. And I'm also looking at rolling out a couple of massage oils.
Oh,
yes. So
Steve, I thought of another question.
yeah.
Does this device come in different colors, or is white like the standard right now?
White's the standard. We will come out with colors in the future. We got some prototype different colors that we did try out. We may not just showing those products online. You'll be able to see what that looks like now in the future, but nothing that's going to be available. Probably not for at least a year.
Right on. Yeah, I would love to see see some maybe glass artists get a hold of the outer ring and see what they could, the outer dome, yes. Globe. And see what they could come up with, because I could just imagine all kinds of gorgeous art coming off of these.
Yeah. I thought it'd be really cool if the outside dome was like, well, like you said, it's decorated, right? Like maybe it's a ship, like a broken down ship. And then the inside heater cover is like an octopus.
Ooh.
Right?
I'm digging it.
The wand is your harpoon.
Or like a tentacle from the octopi.
There you go. Yep.
Right. I'm digging it.
The first thing I think of when I look at it is like, have you ever seen those pictures of like a single drop dropped into paint and then it splatters up? Like splatter coming off of the globe. Like just make it like a glass.
Oh, make the glass looks like it's splattering up like it's water?
Yeah, like it's a liquid rather than glass.
Cool. That sounds cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of opportunity for artistic types to get involved with this. In fact, we've got some artists in the group that might be should think about doing something like that.
Artiste.
Are you ready?
Artisanal. I think I'm ready.
All right,
Let's see.
I got to pick what we gave away last time. What are we going to give away this time?
The GrowFam box. I already said that.
Oh, all right. Well, nobody tells me anything around here.
Get with the program.
I've heard that my whole life.
You're not one of our pieces of technology.
Figure out what in the hell the program is. I think it's a secret government organization.
You are a people, not one of our pieces of technology. You should be functioning as you normally do tonight.
I think I am functioning as well as our technology.
I can see that.
And we want to keep everything equal and level and copacetic.
Okay. Let me make sure it looks good before
Is it going to look good?
I don't know, because everything's broken tonight.
Caitlin, you heard it here, folks, first. Caitlin is broken tonight.
Everything's broken. My data shut off on my phone. How am I supposed to check things? Yeah.
We've got
nothing's working.
We've got some serious gremlins. Maybe it's because I make fun of all those Ghostbuster shows, and now they're getting even with me.
Whatever you did, stop. Stop.
I put out there, if they ever need a skeptic, invite me.
Do this.
Because I will make fun of you and your ghosts.
I will do this. It's just all kinds of wacky tonight. Okay, guys.
And you're wackier than normal.
Get your final tags in. I am sickly, okay? I am allowed to be wacky. My goodness.
Who's our little wackadoodle?
Me, apparently.
Yes.
All right, kids.
Yeah, I blame your mother for everything.
Here we go. Boop.
Round and round, round and round, round it.
I booped it.
Is it going to stop?
Adrian
Arona.
C. Arona.
Adrian!
C. Arona.
Congratulations. You got the GrowFam box.
Now, we need to see you in the commentos.
Yep. No hash and dash. Let us see you. Let us see you. Let us see ya.
I got the timer going. A timer is going. So,
And how does that make you feel, Caitlin?
I think I have a fever.
You do.
What if I have the COVIDs again?
You'll be sleeping on the porch again.
Oh, you're already infected if I have the COVIDs. You know that, right?
I don't get the COVIDs.
Oh.
I have never been symptomatic for the COVIDs. So, no, you feel cold and clammy like normal.
Steve, I'm so sorry. Things are a little crazy tonight.
No, I'm just high over here. I'm just chilling, just listening.
Oh, so this is nice, high quality entertainment for you.
Well, you know,
I'm just thinking, like, I don't know who Adrian C. Arona is, but that says Adrian Corona.
It does. It really does.
Now, you know, something else we're going to talk about tonight, because this is kind of interesting, is how does CBD affect your high?
I've heard that it can negatively affect your high. Like it can make you not as high. Oh, Adrian, he's in the comments.
So,
Adrian, right on. Congratulations, winner of the GrowFam box. Caitlin, take it away.
Adrian, what we need you to do, friend, is we need you to send Master Roachee a message with your name and your address, and then Master Roachee will relay that message to the main admin of GrowFam, and we will get you your GrowFam box sent out to you where you live, or to your PO box, whichever one you use.
Right on. Congratulations. Well, there is some, yes, in a way. What I have found out, and this really fascinated me, because it is true, because THC and CBD work two different ways with the CBD1 and CBD2 receptors.
Yes.
THC directly stimulates them, and CBD indirectly. We're not going to get into the weeds tonight on that. But CBD has been shown to help reduce stress and anxiety. And because we think of the entourage effect, it can take away the negative parts of a high. So if you start to get anxiety, if you start getting that paranoia, just that uneasy feeling, a higher dose of CBD oil can help reduce those symptoms. And I think a lot of the bud tenders and some of the cannabis lounges are now keeping high quality CBD oil on hand to help bring customers down that over partake.
how much are you finding you got to take underneath the tongue or whatnot? Is that how you're taking it?
Yes, I mean that is the fastest way for the CBD effects to kick in. It's sublingually, and other than that's about the best way to consume the CBD oil, especially for a case of overconsumption.
Like, how much are you finding you have to use in order to like dial the overconsumption?
I need to check. It was 450 micro. I'm going to have to double check that, Steve. I'll put that out. I had my. They were on the computer that Caitlin's using now. So, but Yeah, it's a rather higher dose of CBD, and that's why you want to make sure that you're using a high quality CBD oil at the proper dosage uh, for this, because, and this is something that's really cool, is at a lower dose it can extend or enhance the high. So you've got a spectrum, and because of the entourage effect, how THC boosts the overall effect of CBD, it looks like by adding different amounts of CBD while you're taking in THC, it can extend or heighten the experience, get you to a point where you just like to be and chilling out, or help bring somebody down that is overconsumed. So, I mean, it's just amazing effects how CBD and THC can interact with each other.
Did you like my interpretive?
Yes. She does. See, it's like you drone on and on and on about this stuff.
Well, no, I think there's some logic to it, but you know what it makes me think of?
Well, no, tell me what it makes. It makes you think. Well, that's always good.
Yes.
Okay.
So a few years ago, when CBD first came out in Indiana, because we do live in a prohibition state.
Prohibition state.
The word on the street was that if you consumed enough CBD, you would get high off of the low THC content that was in it.
Boy, it would take consuming gallons of CBD, and I still don't think you'd get anything off of it. So
I don't think so.
But it is interesting, and more studies need to be done in this, because I think this is a very, very fascinating field, especially when you start looking at medicinal values of CBD and THC and how they work together at different levels. And then, you start adding in the other cannabinoids. I'm telling you, I think there is so much more that we are going to learn about this amazing plant in the future.
In your oil, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Yeah.
In your oil, is it CBDA or CBD?
Our original oil is CBD. Now, our golden medley is CBD, CBDA, and CBG.
Okay.
So we have a couple of different blends.
Okay.
And then we have in our Ambrosia Nights, we have CBD, full spectrum CBD, CBN, and then a little bit of Delta 8 to help with that entourage effect and relax the mind and the body.
I was just thinking, like, the THC, like most people consume the oil for the CBD. I didn't know if they decarboxylate it for the CBD instead of the CBDA, in which case any small amount of THCA that you're getting in ingested that way is non-psychoactive because it's not decarboxylated.
Right.
So even if you consume 2 pounds of CBD just to get a little bit of THC, if it's not decarboxylated, would you even get high?
Right.
This is Indiana. We have an overabundance of crackheads here. So.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's where my stoner mind went.
But yeah, I'm going to be interested because, and it makes me look back because I'm I use a lot of CBD, of course, but I also consume a lot of THC. And it explains a lot now that I'm starting to look at the relationship between the two, because I don't seem to ever really get overindulged or over medicated.
I do remember another tale from whenever CBD first became legal and big in Indiana. Your boy here.
Oh, well.
Master Roachee. He was not consuming regular cannabis at the time. However, he wanted to try this CBD biz. He smoked so much CBD flower that he threw up. And then what? You couldn't get up? Was that what it was?
No, I just couldn't move.
Threw up and then couldn't move.
Yeah.
From overconsumption of CBD.
Oh yeah, that was a long time ago. That was when it first.
Like 2018.
I'm still not sure what I got. I got a hold of a pre-roll or bought a pre-roll, and it may or may not have been a CBD at that time, but it was not a pleasant experience. I can tell you that, and I think high strains or strains high in CBD, I think they're a great thing.
Yeah.
Especially from the medicinal look at it, where you want that definite healing experience, but you don't want the over high.
Donnie Upchurch said, "I was there."
Yes, yes, Pedro, you were. And if I remember right, you and your sister were both shouting words of encouragement to me. Or I could be a hallucination and you were really laughing at me. So either way.
I think the important thing with how everything's gotten to be broken down in the past few years, how we have CBD and then all the different THCs and then the CBDA and the CBN and like all the different chemicals.
There's like 113 different cannabinoids, and we're just talking about one or two.
But I think it's important to know how each of them affects you in order to like speculate what kind of effect you're going to get when you start combining everything. Yeah. Like, because obviously if something happens, like in your case, where you throw up and then can't move happens whenever you overconsume CBD, you don't want to partner extremely high dose of CBD with your regular THC consumption.
Okay.
Just a thought.
I'm not sure if I followed your full loop there.
Steve, did you follow me?
Well, you're talking about overconsumption, and you want to understand what each compound does, which in Western science, that's eventually what, once the colleges are allowed to study this plant and use their federal funding to produce this type of research better. I think maybe some are now, but I don't think it's widely, I haven't kept up with it too hard.
Yeah. They're starting to unlock the research, but the issue is, I think the University of Mississippi is still the only place that they're allowed to get samples from. So they can't even, sample what's on the market today. And I think that's crazy because, the stuff that they're going to get from the University of Mississippi is just frankly crap. It's not what anybody would consider, a good strain or good for much of anything.
Yeah. There's a lot of, computational effects between, in Western science, we isolate one compound. And then we test the cellular effects of that one compound and prove that it does what we state that it does. But our practice with cannabis has been, of course, what we talk about is the entourage effect, the sum of all compounds, the sum of all parts. And some compounds cause higher uptake rates of other compounds, and others modulate it, down modulate it. Or, I might not be using the exact terms here, so don't quote me, but I think that there's a lot to understand between the dynamics between compounds, and then between even things like your own diet. What did you eat that day?
Right.
One of my friends is a doctor, and I smoke around him all the time, and he's always we're talking about the science, the medical science of it. And when I overconsumed one time, he's like, "Well, just drink some orange juice right now, some liquid orange juice." We were out at a bar or whatever, and I didn't have any CBD on me. And I'm like, well, what's that going to do? I don't believe it, whatever. And he's like, no, what's going on in your brain right now is that cannabis is lighting up and firing a lot more sectors of your brain than would be normally occurring if you weren't high. And so you're probably just depleted of energy. And so here, take some sugars. And by the way, take them liquid sugars because they absorb into your body faster. And sure as shit, within a few minutes, I started feeling better.
Great. And if you would have taken some CBD at that time, because with CBD,
yeah, probably even better than that.
Yeah. It slows that firing, that overfiring, that's overstimulation down, and brings it back into balance.
Yeah, CBD brings it into balance in a whole different kind of way too. Like it's more of a comfortable, like I don't know how to explain it. You guys are starting to break up there. I can't hear you. I'm going to go off Wi-Fi. Let's see if that'll be better. Well, I see myself up there. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me or not. I'll stick around for a minute though. All right. Well, if I am still transmitting on your live feed, I just got a text message from Master Roachee that says you guys lost everything. So I'm going to just go ahead and leave here. Maybe that'll help conclude the episode, or I don't know. Maybe I'm not even sure if I'm transmitting. So it's good talking with you guys. And if you do get it back up, let me know. With you guys.
He said if you get it back up, let him know. Oh, you're back up.
Yeah, we're back up.
He left, and we're back.
Hey, we're back.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, honey, turn your phone down.
They can hear us. We're live.
Man, this has been a rough day. But you know what? We have kept positive through the whole thing.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah, we're not going to let a little something like this get us down. Don't let little things get you down either. You know, this is this is what we're all about. Now, something that we talked about doing, and I think we're going to get ready to do that now.
Okay, I'm ready.
What?
You got this.
What?
I'm here for you.
You're here for me. You're here for me. Boy, that's wonderful. Now, what are you doing?
Getting ready.
Crazy one.
Getting ready.
Okay, now, if it's all right. No fire, no foul. we talked about doing this, and I think that's what Caitlin's getting ready to do, is to do a guided meditation this evening. It's just going to be a fairly short one. We're going to keep it at 10 minutes or under.
Yeah, before the mega overlords shut us down again.
Yes. Yes, maybe we need to get our energy in line to appease the electronic spirits that are appearing in this room this evening. So again, a little bit of guided meditation. Get somewhere where you're comfortable. Now, if you are driving, operating equipment, I do not recommend that you listen to the portion of the show until you are at a place that you do not have safety responsibilities, because we always want to make sure that we are responsible. So find a nice place to sit and be comfortable, or lie down if you wish.
Real fast before we start our guided meditation, I wanted to give a big shout out to Steve Gough. Thank you so much for participating in this utter chaos tonight that it has been. And thank you for the graceful way that you exited our broadcast.
Yes, Steve, thank you so very much. We will get you back on when we get everything working, but always a beautiful and such a smart guy. Namaste, Steve. I really dig him. He's just a really cool guy.
I like his energy. It's just, I feel like he didn't get the quality show that he deserved tonight because everything decided to malfunction.
I agree that he did not get our best showing at all.
I mean, he got the best of us, but the
best of me.
The technology.
The average of you.
The technology. And all it's just, I don't know.
You don't know? You don't know what?
Chaos, buddy. All right, I'm ready.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you allowing me to proceed now?
Yes.
Is that it? Wonderful. All right. If you're all seated or comfortably lying down, what I want you to do is just close your eyes for a moment and concentrate on my voice. I want you to start at the top of your head and work down to your neck, just slowly working out any of those kinks, any of that stress. Just focus on your neck and let it go. And when you're done with your neck, move down to your shoulders. Maybe roll your shoulders around a little bit and take that tension and the tension between your shoulders and your back, and just let it go. And work your way down your arms, to your forearms, to your fingers. Maybe shake them out and rotate your wrist and release the stress there, and just let it go. And you move down to the small of your back. And we keep a lot of stress. A lot of stress is built up in the small of the back. So just kind of relax, focus and relax on the small of the back. And take that stress and just let it go. Move down to your hips. Relax them. And take that stress and just let it go. Now move down to your knees and your legs. And that stress that you build up there for standing on your feet all day, just let it go. Move down to your feet. I know your feet are sore. I mean, it's a Monday. You had the weekend, and now you're back to work, and it's been rough, and there's stress in your feet. Relax your feet and let that stress just go. Now, as you relax, I want you to turn your your energy and your thoughts to your breathing. And I want you to take a nice breath, starting in the abdomen. And breathe in deep and fill the abdomen. Let it fill the lungs to the top of the lungs. And just pause. And then blow it out through your mouth. And I just want you to do this 2-3 times. And divide it up into thirds, where you have a nice breath in through your nose. You hold, exhale through your mouth. Now I just want you to think about just inhaling all of this good and this positive and exhaling out that negative. Now, once your body's relaxed and now your mind's relaxed, you're breathing. You're bringing in that positive, you're exhaling that negative. Now I want you to take your consciousness and I want you to go into the earth. I want you to feel that grounding, that moist earth energy, that replenishing energy. And I want you to pull that energy up into you. Just think of it as a well, or you as a sponge, and you're getting grounded and you're bringing this energy up. And at the same time, you're inhaling that positive. You're exhaling that negative. You're pulling up this grounding energy. You feel it? Now, I want you to retract from that grounding energy and that energy that's stored in you. Now, I want you in your mind's eye to see a gold aura that's starting to form around you. I want you to enjoy and pull in this healing energy, and I want you to charge that aura up, make it glow. This is your heart light. This is what you shine. Now I want you to build and continue to build this energy. I want you to make this aura around you just glow. Continue your breathing. Nice and easy. Now I want you to take this energy and I want you to release it. I want you to release it into the universe. I want you to send this positive energy that you have just channeled up, and I want you to release it. I want you to share it with everything. I want you to become one with everything by releasing your energy. You feel it? You feel what a great release this was. Now, I want you to start gathering this energy back to you. And your energy is mixed with all the energy that's around it. And you're going to pull this back in. And this is going to nourish you and sustain you and raise your vibe for the rest of the week. This is your foundation that your battery that you are going to have. So situations aren't going to bother you. Your stress and anxiety is going to lessen. So pull that energy back. Pull it back. Feel that battery build up inside you. Because you're going to come back in 3, and you're going to feel so refreshed. In 2, you're going to feel rejuvenated. In 1, your stress levels and anxiety are going to decrease. Now I want you to come back. I want you to kind of gently come back into your body. Open your eyes. If you're laying down, be very slow to move to a sitting position. I hope you feel refreshed, rejuvenated, relaxed. Thank you for for giving me an opportunity to do this tonight. If you enjoyed it, we will continue. If you absolutely thought it sucked, let me know too. I want to hear both ways. What do you think, Caitlin?
It's kind of hard to see. I can't really see, but Rob Dean said some kind of hand gesture, black heart, flame, puff, puff, puff.
Right on.
Sounds positive to me.
Okay. Right on. Right on. Well, I appreciate it. What do you have to say, Caitlin? Have you enjoyed our broadcast for this evening?
It's just been a little wacky.
A little wacky. I would say a lot wacky, folks. I don't know what was going on tonight, but we had some weird energy in the room.
I feel like it just goes to show you that you could be perfectly prepared for everything and have everything ready down to the T, and everything can still go wrong.
Still goes sideways no matter how well prepared you are.
However,
And that is probably one of the wisest things that Caitlin has ever managed to babble.
The show must go on.
And then she follows it up with that. So, anyway, would you like to say goodnight, Caitlin?
Fam, it's been real tonight. But good night. I gotta go take some cold medicine before I can't breathe.
I think she took some cold medicine before she set everything up. But as always, I want to thank everybody for hanging in there with us tonight. Thank you, Steve, for being on tonight. We're going to get you back on and give you the treatment that you truly deserve, my friend.
The broadcast of a lifetime.
Right. So stay tuned. Next week, we're going to have Clayton Anderson, and look forward to that, both music and interview with Clayton. And as always, peace, love, and good vibes, folks. Thank you for watching tonight.